Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing an online store that is on Amazon. So I don't know if I've ever told you guys about this, but essentially I buy most of my basics on Amazon, like black t-shirts, tank tops, just stuff that is super basic. I usually just get on Amazon because it's more convenient, and because I have Prime, it'll get to me faster than me having to go out and get it or buying it on another website. So anyways, I was reached out to by an Amazon store called Zevrez. So they sent me a bit of clothes to try on. This is sponsored, but as you know, that doesn't really mean anything in terms of my opinion. I'm gonna make my opinion based on what the clothing is like. Let's just get into it. So the items come in bags like this, where it says Zevrez right here on the front. I got a bit of a mixture of things just so we could assess what the quality is like. So this is the first piece of clothing. As you can see, it is a very shimmery silver tank top. This is the back, and it has this little detail. The front is like the back except for that detail. It is a V-neck, and on the sides we have a ladder kind of detail with lace. This is what it looks like now. This is the picture that was on Amazon. Right off the bat, this seems a little shorter than I expected it. Like, I like that it's longer in the back, as you can see, but I expected it to be more tunic-y, if that makes sense. Also, one thing that concerns me is that this material, this kind of lurex material, on the inside is pretty soft, but sometimes it can still be kind of scratchy, so we're gonna have to see about that when I put it on. Okay, so this is what the first shirt looks like. I don't like how this V is on. I don't find it flattering. Like, I usually think a lower V is flattering on me. In terms of length, it's also very short. My belly button is here, and it goes up to here, and like crotch is there, so I find the length a little bit, I don't know, not a fan of the length. There's this lace detail on the side with this ladder, which is cute, but I think maybe is a little much for me. And then this is what the back is like, and the back is actually longer. As you can see on the side, this is where it ends in the front, this is where it ends on the back. So yeah. That's this one. I find it ill-fitting. I don't like how it sits on me, so no from me. So the next item I wanted to test out was a little black dress. It's very simple, spaghetti strap. It is the typical little black dress. One thing I can feel upon impact, and one thing I can see, is that it is transparent. If I stretch it like this, I'm pretty sure you can see me. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, little dresses like this, I usually would wear them at the beach or something like that, where it doesn't really matter if it's transparent because it's the beach, you know what I mean? But if you're trying to wear this by itself, you know, maybe to go out, I'm not sure I would recommend it, but then again, we can see how it is when I try it on. Aside from that, it is super soft, and it also is very stretchy, which is good considering, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell what size you are. This, I think, would, you know, allow you to be a size smaller or bigger and still have it fit relatively well. Okay, so here we have the classic little black dress. There's very little that can go wrong with these, mainly because it is just a black dress. The one thing that can go wrong, however, is transparency. So I'm wearing nipple covers, so hopefully that isn't showing. But again, if I do this, you can see my tattoo right there. So I would beware with this. It is very comfortable, but it is very thin fabric. This feels more like the kind of dress you put under another dress, if that makes sense, just because it is so thin. Or maybe something that you wear, you know, when you're going to the beach when it doesn't really matter if things are showing. Next up, we have another dress. This one is kind of a midi dress. I feel like it's a midi dress, but a little bit shorter than a midi. So not a mini, not a midi, somewhere in between. It is lurex again, and it is the same shade as that tank top, this kind of silver, black silver, let's say. Again, with the scratchy factor, we're gonna have to see how that works out. One other thing is that this neckline, I'm not sure about, for the simple reason that if you look at these straps, okay, the straps I have right now are tiny, right? But these straps, are quite thick. So the thing that worries me is when you have the thick straps and a round neckline, it sometimes can make the dress seem like it's for a more mature person, a person that is older of age. It can become very grandma very fast, just because like the neckline is pretty high up and then you have the thick straps, so it's like you're trying to cover everything, and I'm not trying to show everything either, but it's just like it might be a little much, so we're gonna have to see this neckline and the straps. Other than that, it's very stretchy and it does feel it feels like it would be comfortable to wear. We'll see. Okay, so this is the next dress. Obviously it's ill-fitting. I did get it based on the charts, but I feel like if you look at how it fits in this area, it doesn't fit properly. It would look better like this. I think we can all agree would look better like this than like this. Other than that, I don't really like the neckline, but I tend to not really like round necklines. Just because with the neckline like this and with these this way, it makes it seem more grandma-ish or more like older woman kind of wear. That's the vibe I'm getting. And also because it is ill-fitting, like it does no favors for the butt area. Like it's too loose down here, it should be tight, so then on the side it looks like that. But yeah, the fabric is a little bit more comfortable than the other one, like it's less scratchy and it is pretty. It's just I don't think it sits right. I think we can all agree to that. Next up, I chose a type of dress that I don't often wear but that I really like, which is a kind of skater dress that is cinched at the waist. I don't know if you can tell, there you go. That is cinched at the waist and it actually has pockets too. It is a round neckline and I tend to not like those on me, but with skater dresses I don't often see a V-neck, so there's that. Honestly, it looks pretty perfect. It seems like a thick enough fabric where it won't be transparent. It also feels good quality. The length looks like it might be a little too long for me, like that awkward length where it's not mini and it's not meaty, but it's in between, and it can be a little So we'll just see about that when I try it on, but honestly this seems kind of like a staple basic that is pretty hard to go wrong with, so we'll see about that. So this is the last dress. It does have pockets, which is a plus, but as you can see, it is a little bit too long. I feel like it makes me look like an older woman. Another thing is that it cinches here at the waist, but it's a little bit kind of awkward, I think because of the length. Because if you look at it, okay, let's look at it like this, and then let's look at it again, maybe like this. I find like this looks more youthful, kind of, I guess. And it's still like long on the back, you know, like, so it's not like I'm saying be super scandalous, but I feel like this length makes it look too oldish for me. So I'm probably gonna end up cutting the end a bit. In terms of the top, I don't find a problem with it, but again, because the bottom makes it look kind of old, the top doesn't really do it any favors. I feel like if we shorten the length down here, it'll be way better. A cool thing is that the fabric does feel thick, almost like it's doubled, like there's a layer inside and outside, so it shouldn't be transparent ideally, but let's see. It still is quite a bit transparent, so I think that that's been something that's been going on with all these pieces, so something to bear in mind. All in all, I don't think this is a bad dress. It's just like I'm not a fan of this length. I would much rather it be shorter and more youthful, if that makes sense. But other than that, no complaints. Super stretchy, comfortable, good on everything else. Okay, and last of all, we have this tank top. So this tank top is one that is more geared towards fitness. It has the razor back. It's made in spandex and polyester, so it is that kind of fitness, kind of almost legging material. It's super stretchy. I definitely like this neckline. I mean, for a workout tank top, you know, you don't really want a V, you'd want something that, you know, keeps everything in place. So this one looks good. The only thing that concerns me again is the transparency. Obviously, you're probably going to be wearing some kind of bra under it if you're using it to work out. Other than that, it seems stretchy and it's thick enough but not too much where it'd keep you warm, so I'm thinking that this one's probably gonna be an easy win. Okay, so this is just a typical workout kind of shirt. It is a racer back tank top, as you can see from the back. The fabric is nice. It definitely feels like it would be a good fabric to sweat in, as in like it wouldn't weigh down as it gets sweaty, if that makes sense. I am wearing nipple covers though, because if I do this, you see it's pretty transparent, so as much as it feels like a workout kind of fabric, it's not very thick. Obviously you'd be wearing a sports bra with this if you're wearing it for sports, so that shouldn't be a problem. Other than that, it is stretchy and it is comfortable, so I don't see any real issues with this one. Anyways guys, that's the end of the haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you Zevrez for sponsoring me. Let me know what you guys thought of each of the pieces. I'll leave all the links and all the information down below if you want to check out any of these pieces of clothing in particular. And anyways, thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.